Welcome everybody to Hapa Nation Gaming. We decided as a clan, as a group, Papadas kind of threw out the idea. We decided to run with it. I believe we got about 7 people in this 28-day challenge. Start a free-to-play, play it for 28 days for the month of February, and the winner is going to get a $250 gift card / login reward into their main account. Not their free-to-play, but their main account. Second place, $150. Third place, $75. And everyone who participates that has registered will get a $10 gift card. So that's pretty much it, but it has to be a free-to-play. As you can see, this is a free-to-play. And how it's going to be judged by is just progress. Whoever just makes the most progress, 28 days. But you still have to complete on your main account. You still have to complete. You still have to do just the basic requirements, log in, clan boss keys, etc., etc. So we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have weekly updates, if not bi-weekly updates. Clan members are gonna pop in, show their progress, etc., etc. So we're excited. We've done this before. There's a lot of hype, and we're gonna do it again. I think I'm gonna go with Kale. As far as my first champion, I'm being asked, who are you gonna use? I'm gonna probably go with Kale. I think that's a safe bet. On my main account, I picked Aethel. So I think, I'm going to go with Kale. And someone, has asked, why are you going to take the easy route? Because, today I worked 12 hours. And often, 5 days work, I work 12 hours a day. So I need every edge I can get to be competitive. Unfortunately, during the, it's a blessing and a curse. When it comes to a COVID event, I work more than ever before. So, I want to be competitive. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Kale. It doesn't mean Kale's the best. They're all good champions. But for me, what I'm looking to do with limited time, I feel Kale is the biggest bang for the buck. Everybody's different. If you really want to get far in dungeons, it might be a different story. You want to do clan boss and campaigning, it might be Kale. But they're all good champions. Let's take a quick look actually. So Elhain, attacks on one enemy, places an extra hit if it's a critical hit. So it'd probably be a good idea to get her crit rated, so she get the extra A1, right? 2, attacks one enemy, then all enemies, places a 30% increased crit rate buff on this champion for 3 turns if the target is killed. Again, crit rate, crit damage is definitely key for this champion. Alright? For those that then attacks all enemies 2 times, very good, very good. It's just not a poisoner, but definitely a solid attack champion. And then a nice little aura. Alright. So who did you guys pick? Did somebody take Gaelic? Did somebody else take Elhain? Somebody took Aethel? No? So far Papadas picked Kale. Kale seems to be the dude for right now. And you can also win these off. You can also, win these off of mystery stars. Kale, you can see he's a poisoner. He's a attack champion with the poison, right? A1 poison. Actually, I'm not going to read it. That'll take a little bit. Actually, why not? Attacks one enemy has 80% chance of placing a 2.5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Is A2. Attacks all enemies fills a meter of this champion by 25% for each enemy that is killed. An additional, if he is ascended, attacks 4 times at random, has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns based on attack. Also has an HP aura. So I was going to go with Elhain, but went with Kale. So Gaelic attacks one enemy 2 times, attacks all enemies, places a 30% speed buff on this champion for 2 turns, etc., etc. When ascended, attacks 4 times at random, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased debuff for 2 turns, has a 30% chance of placing a 60% debuff for 2 turns if this target has more than 2 buffs. Ooh. Alright? And then, again, a nice little HP buff. Aethel, this is who I originally picked. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times, has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns on the last hit. Attacks all enemies. Places increased attack buff on the champion for 2 turns. Has a 30% chance of placing increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. This champion's current HP is less than 50%, then gains an extra turn. Pretty solid, pretty solid. And then again, increases HP. So I'm gonna pick Kale. I want to go with the poison comp for clan boss. I think it's going to be useful, but you can see, depending on your style of play, each champion is useful. You want to just do some outright damage, you want to do some poison damage. If you're looking to have kind of an attack support champion, throwing up some decreased defense, your other champions are hitting harder, right? Same with the weaken here, they're allowing your champions to hit harder. But like I said, you can get these from mystery shards. And I'm picking Kale. So be it. The challenge has begun. This is Hapa Nation Gaming. Stay tuned for updates. I'm going to hit the end of the record button, but we'll continue the stream for a little bit.